Good evening, and welcome to the 31st Annual Awards Night here at the Blackstone Millville Regional High School. My name is Colin Bisbee, and I am the president of the senior class. I would like to ask, thank you. All right. I would like for everyone to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our Mistress of Ceremonies for tonight, Miss Charlesley Gentili.
I'd like to extend the warmest of welcomes to Superintendent Mr. Alan Himmelberger, Mr. Principal Michael Dudek, Vice Principal, sure, all right. Vice Principal Keith Ducharme, faculty and staff, school committee members, community members, proud parents, and the class of 2017 to Blackstone Millville Regional High School's annual Senior Awards Night. I am your Mistress of Ceremonies, Miss Charlesley Gentili, and tonight, many members of the class of 2017 will be recognized with awards and scholarships for their many achievements. Before we begin, there are several people who should be recognized for their hard work planning and organizing tonight's ceremony, including Mr. Keith Ducharme, our guidance department, and especially one of my favorite people in the building, the guidance secretary, Miss Jill Rondo, who diligently attends to every detail of this special event every single year. To begin our ceremony, would you please welcome Superintendent Alan Himmelberger to the podium for opening remarks.
Thank you very much, Charlesley. It is a pleasure to be with you all tonight. I often say the best part of being a superintendent is to recognize student achievement. And this never gets old, being here to say goodbye to our graduates after 13 years in some cases of very hard work. There are two groups of folks that you all need to thank. And you've heard me say this a couple of times. One is your parents. And so to all of the parents, please stand and give them a very large thank you for all your support. And you can still stay standing because behind every successful student is definitely people at home who make sure they encourage and support you. We also need to make sure we say thank you to one committed, dedicated, professional, and outstanding faculty, staff, and administration. Thank you all. Thank you, guys. Wow, that really works. That's amazing. So, again, congratulations to all of you, the class of 2017. It is really a special privilege to have my office right here in the high school most of the time. And the reason is because I get to interact with students in a very casual manner. And everyone out there, whether you are family, friends, parents, faculty, and staff, you know how incredibly hard they have all worked. And it's a pleasure to have been your superintendent. I hope that those who have emailed me about requesting snow days will continue to still, will continue to email me from wherever they are in the future snow days to see if we can compare notes. It has been an honor and a privilege to be your superintendent for most of your high school careers, and I wish you all the very best in the future, health, happiness, and much success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Himmelberger. Next, the BMR Jazz Band, under the direction of Mr. Todd Schaefer, will perform The Chicken by Chris Berg. May I have another round of applause for Mr. Schaefer and the Jazz Band? Our first awards to be given are the academic awards, awarded to students for their achievement, effort, and advancement in their classes. Students will receive beautiful wooden plaques that were specially handcrafted here at BMR by their fellow students under the supervision of Mr. Mark Juba. We'll begin the academic awards with Ms. Nicole Folan, English teacher and the co-advisor for the class of 2017 for the English department.
Thank you, Ms. Gentili. The first award I will be presenting tonight is Most Improved in English. Observing student improvement is one of the most fulfilling aspects of education. Some students' improvement is particularly noteworthy, whether they demonstrate an increased work ethic, high significant advancement in skills, or an increased commitment to challenge themselves. These students stand out as individuals who have come an extraordinarily long way in 4 short years. This year's recipient of the Most Improved in English Award goes to a student who has continually worked to challenge herself and rise to the occasion in the face of difficult obstacles. She enrolled in increasingly more difficult classes, finishing high school in an AP language class. Through her perseverance and will to follow through on her commitments, she has demonstrated impressive heart and dedication. I am very proud to present this year's Most Improved in English Award to Haley Durling. And now for our Excellence in English Award. It is one of our greatest joys as English teachers to work with students who genuinely love to read. In a world where the ability to slow down, focus, and become lost in a book has become increasingly rare, it is a truly special quality to observe in a student. The recipient of this year's Excellent in English Award is a voracious reader who has taken more than the required number of English classes throughout her time at BMR, and who assisted the department in various ways as an intern. An introspective, highly observant, socially conscious student with strong analytical skills and a willingness to share ideas in class, she embodies the qualities we look for in a strong student of English. I am pleased to present this year's Excellence in English Award to Jocelyn Davis.
Next, I have the honor of presenting the National Honor Society Community Service Awards on behalf of the National Honor Society Advisor, Mrs. McLean. These awards go to 2 members whose service went above and beyond the required activities of the organization. These 2 young women each volunteered extensively throughout their 2 years as members. Whenever there was a need, they stepped up to the plate, especially in the areas of tutoring and volunteering at the food pantry. These students truly embrace the NHS pillars of leadership, service, and character. The Community Service Awards go to Jocelyn Davis and Madison Robitaille. Next, representing the Foreign Language Department, Lynn Gomes, Department Head.
Good evening. On behalf of the Foreign Language Department, I am here to present the Excellence in French and Spanish Awards. So we will start with the French. On behalf of Madame Demers, the Excellence in French Award goes to a truly deserving senior. This year's recipient has studied the French language for 4 years, including Advanced French 1, 2, and 3 in the classroom, and AP French Language and Culture as a virtual high school course. Dedicated and driven, this student has become proficient in all 4 skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. It is with great pleasure that the Excellence in French Award be presented to Colin Bisbee. The Excellence in Spanish Award. This is a hard one. I had 24 well-deserving students this year in class, and they have come very, very far, I will say. Yes, you have. The Excellence in Spanish Award is given to a student who has taken 4 years of Spanish, has maintained excellent grades, and can communicate in Spanish using a variety of mediums. This year's recipient stands out for numerous reasons. She is creative, persevering, and has a terrific sense of humor. In addition, she tutored struggling students that were in their 1st or 2nd year of study and volunteered her time working with them and encouraging them to succeed. She is caring and genuine and definitely is all heart. I know she's going to be a great teacher someday herself, so this year's Excellence in Spanish Award goes to Daisy Leclerc. Thank you.
Next, Ms. Nicole Sacco, math teacher and co-advisor for the class of 2017, will come up and present awards for the math department.
Good evening. The first award in mathematics is called the Outstanding Effort in Mathematics. The student we have chosen for this award has showed tremendous effort throughout her 4 years at BMR. Her persistence and determination are second to none. Mrs. Bloomstead, who nominated her, stated that she is everything a future employee could ask for. She is punctual, creative, and displays great listening skills. She has been a joy for all teachers to work with. If you ask any student or staff member here at BMR, they would describe her as one of the most kind, cooperative, and considerate students we have had. For all these reasons, the math department is proud to present the award for outstanding effort in mathematics to Lauren Vieira. The next award goes to a student who has a natural gift in mathematics. He is well known for being a laid-back, carefree, Hawaiian shirt-wearing senior. But underneath that cool exterior, there is a hardworking, inquisitive, and extremely bright young man. Mr. Rowe, who nominated him, was quoted as saying, "The student was an integral part of our AP Calculus class, and we've all derived a great deal of pleasure from his solutions." When it comes to AP Calculus and physics, this guy really knows how to kick it up a notch. Bam! It is my pleasure to present the Excellence in Mathematics Award to Josh Lozelle.
Representing the Physical Education Department, Athletic Director, Ms. Jill Tosti.
Wellness Department is pleased to announce the two winners of Excellence in Physical Education Award. The first recipient, athletic ability, was showcased in both Fitness for Life and LSM. She leads by example in the gym and on the playing field. As an intern in the Wellness Department, she was a positive role model for her peers by always demonstrating an excellent attitude, work ethic, and great sportsmanship. It is with great pleasure that the Wellness Department selects Jocelyn Spaz as the recipient of the Athletic and Physical Education Award. The second recipient is a young man who has excellence in both Fitness for Life and LSM. His natural athletic ability allows him to find success regardless of the sport or activity. He was a fierce competitor and a great teammate. It is also a great pleasure that the Wellness Department selects Trindopoulos Hadropoulos as the recipient of the athletic
Next up is the department head, Ms. Ellie Conrad, to present the Science Awards.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Science Department, the first award that I'm going to present is Excellence in Science. This award is presented to a student who has demonstrated a commitment to science and has excelled in their endeavor. This student has worked diligently and methodically, setting high standards, which reflects their commitment and appreciation for education. Earning high grades in advanced placement, honors, and advanced level sciences, the only thing there is one unfortunate exception is his penmanship. It is with great pleasure that we present the award to Colin Bisbee. Our second award this evening is the Award in Distinction in Science. The award is presented to a student who has a curiosity and interest for science, has taken numerous science classes, including several advanced placements. This student is driven to do their very best, has a strong work ethic, is ambitious and driven, setting their sights high on the medical field. In addition, she will debate her point to the nth degree. It is with great pleasure that we present this award to Galali Shah. Congratulations. Thank you. You're welcome.
Representing the History Department, Social Studies teacher, Mrs. Steph Anderson.
Good evening. I just want to take a second and thank all of the parents out there. This class is really an amazing class. I'm so glad I've gotten to work with you guys the last 4 years. The first award I'm presenting is Excellence in U.S. History. This young man excelled in all history classes through his BMR career, including his final class, AP US. He's maintained a high average despite the extreme workload and challenges presented by the revamped curriculum and test expectations. His knowledge and dedication was evident in his classroom discussions, leadership, group work, and overall work produced at a high level. His humor will be missed. Best wishes to Jack Keith on winning this award. Second award goes to a young lady who earned a 5 on her AP World History exam. She is a conscientious and hardworking student with a natural curiosity about the world that makes her a deserving candidate for this award. Congratulations to Sarah Lynn Spear for the AP World History exam. Only for her AP World History. I have 2 more awards to present. I guess the Social Studies Department was ambitious. This award is for the Excellence in Social Studies Award. I've had the pleasure of working with this young lady for 3 years now. She's dedicated, thoughtful, she's a skilled writer, naturally curious, extremely insightful. I've enjoyed having discussions and debates with her this year in psychology class. It's my pleasure to present the Excellence in Social Studies to Maddie Rafis. This last award is for Most Improved in Social Studies. I've had this young lady for 3 years also. I started working with her in a CP level 10th grade US history class, moved up to a US 2 that was even harder, and took an advanced psychology class this year. She is seriously one of the hardest working, most dedicated students I've had in a very long time. She's such a sweetheart. She stays for help when she needs it. She's constantly working to improve her average and do the best she can. It has been a true pleasure to give this award to Lauren Vieira. Thank you.
Finally, I'd like to introduce Department Head, Mr. Mark Juba, who will come up to present awards for technology, art, and music.
Thanks, Charlie. Well, before I start, I want to say that this is my happiest time of year. It's graduation time. It does mark a passage of time, but that's okay. And to do that, in honor of that, I want to do something that I have never, ever done at BMR, but I'm going to do it today. My passage of time is I'm getting older. I need these to read. Your passage of time is that you're graduating. That's a good thing. Okay. So, we have 2 music awards. The first student to receive an Excellence in Music Award this evening has demonstrated unending commitment, determination, and talent over the course of her 8 years being involved in the music program. She has participated in wind ensemble, marching band, winter percussion, including being a section leader in the latter 2. She also stepped gracefully into a teaching role this past year, taking on the responsibility of teaching middle school students mallet instruments. She was someone Mr. Schaefer could rely on, trust with running rehearsals, and being a great role model, all the while not even tall enough to reach his elbows. The first Excellence in Music Award goes to Brittany Dwyer. The second student to receive a music award tonight has been involved in every activity during and after school that his instrument has allowed. And then he became equally capable at another instrument, and then another, and then another. He was the electric and upright bass player for the jazz ensemble, the electric bass player for winter percussion, tenor saxophone and wind ensemble, baritone saxophone player in woodwind choir, and as if that wasn't diversified enough, marching baritone in the championship marching band. This student has been such an integral part of this program for several years and will dearly be missed the next year as he pursues a degree in music education. The second Excellence in Music Award goes to Andrew St. Gillet. We have 6 communication awards. Digital imaging. The Digital Imaging Award is given to a standout student who has completed Photoshop and digital photography. Whether it was creating movie posters or taking portraits, this student always showed creativity and a willingness to do the work. She was always helping out when needed and created standout work along the way. The Excellence in Digital Imaging Award goes to Desiree Tolson. We have 2 video production ones. This student was tireless in her assistance to the video lab, always helping in and out of class, volunteering to film countless events, and working to produce some great videos. The Excellence in Video Production Award goes to Anne-Marie Jakes. This student excelled in all her digital imaging and video courses. Eventually, she became the president of the BMR Photo and Video Club. Her creativity, willingness to do the work needed, and reliability set her apart. This Excellence in Video Production Award goes to Caitlin Morales. Excellence in graphic design. This student has excelled at his graphic design work. He took Graphics 1 and 2 his freshman year, Graphics 3 his sophomore year, and a combination of Graphics 4 and internships the last 2 years. This makes him only the second student ever at BMR to take graphics from me for 4 years in a row. As my wife would say it, serving 4 years with me definitely should get him some type of award. His most prolific work was in yearbook. This year, he was editor-in-chief of the yearbook. Besides his in-school work, he stayed countless hours after school to produce a stellar 2017 yearbook, which was handed out last night at Senior Banquet. The winner for Excellence in Graphic Design Award goes to Devin Cranshaw. Excellence in printing technology. This student's printed everything from certificates to posters to raffle tickets and everything in between. She was always put in charge of special projects, like when the business office asked for a design to its first ever brochure-style budget book. She made the cover and a special background for all the pages. No matter what the project, even if I didn't have instructions on how to make it, she found a way to use her technical skills to get the job done. The Excellence in Printing Technology goes to Casey Bach. excellence in video game design. This student helped teach the teacher, which was me. This was the first year I taught the class, and I prepared all summer for it. But no matter how much you prepare, students always have questions you don't anticipate. That's where this student came in. If I couldn't figure out the answer on the spot, he often did. He used his outstanding problem-solving skills to come up with answers when no one else could. He always pushed himself, making games better and more fun. The excellence in video game design is presented to Daniel Tober. We have one art award. This student can usually be found drawing or painting even when she is not in art class. There is no denying her gift for creative arts. Beyond her given talent, she is also willing to work and practice to improve on her abilities. It is because of this commitment that the Excellence in Art Award goes to Bethany Ranslow. Thank you.
And that concludes our academic awards. Thank you to our presenters and congratulations to recipients. It is now my pleasure to introduce Principal Michael Dudek, who will be presenting the Senate Proclamation for the class of 2017, followed by the Community and Scholastic Awards, scholarships, and other recognitions.
I know, I did that 2 years ago. We've conditioned our seniors, so in case you need to get them up in the morning, and they don't want to get up, all you need to do is wow. Anybody want to try that before we start or continue? All right. Thank you, guys. So let's give Ms. Gentili a round of applause for her amazing job tonight. There's a lot that goes backstage to get these awards out in an organized manner. Senior Week and Senior Awards Night allow us to celebrate the many achievements of our loved ones. I need to thank all of our parents and guardians who have helped shape these wonderful seniors. Senior Awards Night is an opportunity to recognize deserving seniors for their tireless efforts throughout their high school years. But before I begin to recognize the students, I need to acknowledge a dedicated woman who has given so much to our community. She has been a positive influence to our students and colleagues, and I'm grateful for her professionalism. I'm sad to see her retire from BMR and only wish her the best of luck. Thank you to Ellie Conrad. Come on up. Several community awards and scholarships will be presented tonight. I am proud to announce that we will give out over $23,000 of local school and community scholarships. Many of the scholarships and awards are in memory of former teachers and students. Since, for many of you, they lived and died long before you entered BMR, I will provide some information on who these people were and why we still honor their memory today. Additionally, I do want to recognize the fact that many of our seniors will be receiving various scholarships and financial aid packages, from their respective college or university that they will be attending. Some have full rides. So we are aware of over $1.1 million in college scholarships and aid. We are extremely proud of our numerous awards received by our students. Congratulations to all of you. So let me begin with the presentation of the Senate proclamation for the class of 2017, and I will ask Colin Bisbee to come up. Senator Ryan Fatman's office would like to present the Commonwealth of Massachusetts State Senate official citation. Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to Blackstone Millville Regional High School class of 2017 in recognition of your successful completion of the prescribed course of study and your graduation from high school. Congratulations. So I'd like to start off with the community awards. The first community award is the Bill Perry Memorial Volunteer Scholarship. And this is awarded for volunteer contribution at Milford Regional Medical Center, commitment to academics, athletic interests, and ability, and appreciation for the importance of connection with people, all qualities that exemplify former volunteer Bill Perry. This year's nominee is Alyssa Ruggiero. So we have two students for the Central Mass Athletic Director Association Award. This award is based on athletic proficiency, scholastic achievement, citizenship, leadership, and contributions to the school and community. First award, or first recipient, is Alexis Galode. The second recipient of the Central Mass Athletic Directors Association is Ryan Olson. Next up is the Daughters of the American Revolution Award. This award rewards the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism in their homes, school, and community. Our student was selected by our teachers because she possesses all of these qualities. This year's recipient is Julia House. We have two recipients for the Joseph Struzik Memorial Award. Joseph Struzik was a teacher, coach, athletic director at both Blackstone High School and at BMR. He was very active in most all school and community activities and raised tens of thousands of dollars for the Jimmy Fund. He died in 1986 with a courageous battle with cancer. The Student Athlete Award recognizes a senior that has excelled in the classroom, on the athletic field, and displayed outstanding citizenship, attitude, and involvement in their school. First recipient is Sarah Lynn Spear. The second recipient of the Joseph Struzik Memorial Award is Job Sefrenick. The next award is the Massachusetts Secondary Schools Administrators Association Student Achievement Award. This is given to a student in recognition of outstanding contributions to school, and I will add positive school spirit. The recipient for this award is Megan Anderson. Next community award scholarship is the National Honor Society NASSP Award. On behalf of Mrs. McLean, the advisor of National Honor Society, I'd first like to commend Lauren Bouvier for being selected for a national level scholarship in recognition of her outstanding work in this year's National Honor Society. This $2,325 scholarship is given to students who have demonstrated excellence in areas of scholarship, service, leadership, and character, the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. Lauren is the first recipient of this national scholarship in school's history. She is one of 300 semifinalists out of 9,000 students across the nation. Congratulations, Lauren Bouvier. The next award is the Society of Women Engineers, Boston Section. Each year, the Boston Section celebrates those young women who have attained high grades in both math and science courses, with the anticipation of encouraging these women to become innovators and leaders in both work and in life. We have 3 recipients. First one is Abigail Austin. Second recipient is Madison Winkler. Third recipient of the Society of Women Engineers is Sarah Lynn Spear. The Clark Basketball Tournament Scholarship. Clark Basketball Tournament scholarships are awarded to students from the schools that are eligible to play in the Clark Basketball Tournament. Students selected are incoming freshmen to Clark University. The scholarship goes to Jocelyn Davis. I will add it's not a basketball scholarship, but the basketball tournament selects 6 seniors, and that was a $1,000 scholarship to Jocelyn. The Telegram and Gazette Student Achiever Award is based on a combination of scholarship and leadership, and this student's picture and profile was in the Telegram, the Worcester Telegram and Gazette. This award goes to Sarah Lynn Spear. So next is the Commonwealth of Massachusetts recognition of our top 10 members of the class of 2017, as well as our Unsung Hero Award. Let me call out our top 10 in no particular order. Madison Robitaille. Madeline Rafus. Rachel Milliken. Alyssa Fay. Let's go with Wasim Awad. Kaylee Paquette. Lauren Bouvier. Colin Bisbee. And I will add the salutatorian for tomorrow's graduation is Abigail Austin. No, I'll give you in a minute. And the valedictorian is Sarah Lynn Spear. So let me add that these top 10 students were recognized at a breakfast reception given by the United Regional Chamber Spotlight on Education, and that was in Rentham. And finally, our unsung hero is given to someone who met the following criteria: goes above and beyond to help another student, someone who has contributed to the school's community, and a student who quietly encourages and works to develop an accord with all students. And this unsung hero is Anne-Marie Jakes. So the next community award is the Finish Strong Award. So beginning in 2014-15 academic year, BMR students were introduced to the Charger Strong program. The purpose of this program is to provide students with a greater focus on student retention, improve graduation rates, and celebrate student success. Our school goal is for students to start their high school experience in a positive direction, stay strong through their high school years, and finish strong at the end of their senior year. These seniors receive six or more credits and have missed less than 6 days of school in their senior year. We have 22. The first recipient of the Finish Strong Award goes to Paul Anderson. Next, we have Abigail Austin. Amanda Bailey. Casey Bach. Next is Devin Crenshaw. Hannah Busker. Alyssa Fay. Next is Briley Henry. Jack Keefe. Our next recipient is Cameron Labouliere. Next recipient is Jonathan Lake. You can stand up, continue standing up. Daisy LeClaire. Maggie Marcotte. Avery Markle. John Martin. Next is Kaylin Morales. Next, we have Ryan Olson. Next, we have Ryan Pollock. Ryan Pollock. Dania Tenney. Danya Tenney, I'm sorry, Danya. I promise we're almost done. Brendan Thoreau. Daniel Tober. And finally, Kristen Tomasetti. That is special recognition because somebody once told me that part of, or half the job is showing up, and these students show up, and we're in school for a majority of their senior year, so congratulations to you all seniors. Before I get to the scholarship winners, I have the Scholastic Awards and medals that I would just like to quickly give to Sarah Lynn Spear and Abigail Austin for valedictorian, salutatorian. They will be wearing these medals tomorrow at graduation. Okay, scholarship winners. The first scholarship is the Charger Strong Maintenance Scholarship. This is for $200. This goes to a senior who exemplifies and models grit and persistence throughout his or her high school career by overcoming challenges in all aspects of life. The scholarship winner of $200 is Haley Durling. Band-Aid Concert Fundraiser Scholarship, we have 4 at $200 apiece. The concert fundraiser is run by administrators in the Principal's Advisory Council, active students who plan on attending college and who have contributed positively to high school will be considered, and special recognition to Mr. Ducharme for running Band-Aid Concert. So the first recipient is Estrella McGrath. Next recipient is Cassidy Smith. Band-Aid Concert Fundraiser Scholarship, Jack Keefe. And finally, Band-Aid Concert Scholarship, Alyssa Ruggiero. The Fred Tiberio Memorial Scholarship, we have 2 at $250. Fred Tiberio was a longtime supporter. I'm sorry, and I'll ask Mike Sweeney to please come up as well, if he's here. So Fred Tiberio was a longtime supporter of the Blackstone Fire and Police Department. Although never a member, he could always be counted on to help in any way needed, especially with fundraising. His efforts went a long way in providing fire prevention programs, scholarships, and he was instrumental in building the training tower. He passed away in 2003, and the department misses him tremendously. The first recipient of Fred Tiberio Memorial Scholarship is Lauren Bouvier. And the second recipient of the Fred Tiberio Memorial Scholarship is Amy Walsh. Thanks again for coming. Thank you, Mr. Sweeney. The next award is the BMR Scholarship, is the BMR Chapter National Honor Society Scholarship. This is a $400 scholarship. It's awarded to a member who shows excellence in the 4 pillars of the organization: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. This person is a role model, not only for the membership, but also for the entire student body. The scholarship recipient is Abigail Austin. The BMYSO Rowan Cowie Memorial Scholarship has 2 at $500 apiece. Rowan Cowie was a lifelong resident of Blackstone. He attended the BMR schools, graduating in 2003. Rowan was extremely active in the BMY soccer program, playing the town leagues from the age of 5 and later with the traveling teams. Sadly, while driving to the New England School of Communications in Bangor, Maine, after Thanksgiving break on December 1st, 2003, he fell asleep at the wheel and was tragically killed. So the first recipient is Emily Campbell. The second recipient of this scholarship is Ryan Olson. I would ask Officer Travis Lothar to please come up for the next scholarship. This is the Blackstone Policeman Patrolmen's Union Scholarship. This is a $500 scholarship. The union strongly prefers a student from Blackstone going into the police or corrections area or helping profession. This year's recipient is Jack Keefe. Thank you. The Blackstone Ambulance Association Scholarship of $500 strongly prefers a student going into a medical field, and this recipient is Alyssa Fay. I'd ask Lions Club Secretary Dennis Catalano, please come up. Denise. The Blackstone Lions Club Scholarship has chosen to reward a senior who has volunteered time and energy to benefit the community through community service while maintaining successful grades. This year's scholarship recipient of $500 is Julia Catalano. Thank you. Thank you. The Kevin Gignac Humanitarian Scholarship of $500. Kevin was a member of the BMR class of 1999 and a Blackstone firefighter. Kevin died tragically in a boating accident in 2003. He is fondly remembered by family, friends, and community with this scholarship. This year's recipient is Amy Walsh. I'd ask Teresa and James Gaudet to please come up. This next scholarship is the Corey Edward Gaudet Memorial Scholarship. Corey was a 2012 graduate who battled brain cancer throughout his junior and senior years, passing away on August 19th, 2012. Just 4 days after his 18th birthday. He inspired many with his amazing strength, spirit, and never give up attitude. His parents founded Corey's Crusaders, a nonprofit organization to assist other families with children battling brain cancer, fund much needed research, as well as fund the Corey Edward Gaudet Memorial Scholarship. The only requirement of this scholarship is a student must possess a never give up attitude. And this year's recipient of the $500 scholarship is Faith Goditis. Thank you. Thank you. The BMR Superintendent's Principal Scholarship of $500. This scholarship is being given to a student who has excelled academically and has made a strong positive contribution to our school. This year's recipient is Brittany Dwyer. Come on. Perfect, I lost my spot. Okay, here we go. Robert Powers Memorial Scholarship. This is a $500 scholarship. Robert C. Powers was a man who dedicated most of his life to education. He served the BMR community, first as vice principal and then as principal from 1970 until his retirement in 1997. Robert took great pride in his job and the education of the BMR students. Mr. Powers was inducted into the Blackstone Millville Regional High School Wall of Fame and presented with the Distinguished Faculty Award on May 4th, 2012. This year's Robert Powers Memorial Scholarship recipient is Daisy LeClaire. The James and Agnostus Memorial Scholarship, we have two at $500 apiece. James was an assistant managing editor at the Woonsocket Call. He's recognized the value of education and hoped to help young people to achieve their goals with this scholarship. The first recipient is Jonathan Lake. The second recipient is Ryan Olson. The next scholarship is the Matthew Gignac Memorial Scholarship. We have two at $500 apiece. Matthew was a courageous young elementary student who died in 1997 after his battle with cancer. Matthew is fondly remembered by his family and friends with this scholarship. The first recipient is Paul Anderson. The second recipient of with the Matthew Gignac Memorial Scholarship is Abigail Austin. I will ask Stephen Slate, Mr. Slate from the Science Department to please come up. The BMR Educators Association Scholarship, we have two this year at $500 apiece, is awarded to a student that wants to go into education or is the son or daughter of a member at BMR's Education Association. The first recipient is Julia Catalano. The second recipient of the BMR Educators Association Scholarship is Emma Myers. I now ask Mrs. Jane C. Reggio, School Committee Chair, to please come up. So we have 2 scholarships at $500 apiece. And this year's recipients are prospective teacher who is always nice and/or is a son or daughter of a member on the school committee. The first recipient is Lauren Bouvier. And this year we have a student that's currently enrolled at BMR, hasn't graduated yet, but is on the school committee, Jack Heath. Thank you. We're getting there, we're getting there. The BMR High School Administrator Scholarship, we have 5 at $500 apiece. So these are students who are planning on attending college and who have contributed positively to the school, shown persistence, determination, academics, or other strong character qualities will be considered for this scholarship. So the first recipient of this scholarship is Rachel Milliken. The next recipient is Jocelyn Spaz. Joshua Loisel. Next recipient is Job Sefrenick. And finally, Timothy Spratt. The Dean Bank Scholarship is a $1,000 scholarship, and this is based on academic enthusiasm, potential, and vision of success. This year's Dean Bank Scholarship recipient is Colin Bisbee. The Andrew S. Kelly Memorial Scholarship is a $1,000 scholarship. Andrew was an outstanding student athlete from BMR's class of 1982 who died unexpectedly from a viral heart disease at age 21. His friends and family keep his spirit alive by organizing a road race in his memory, proceeds of which are in the form of a $1,000 scholarship awarded to a deserving BMR senior. This year's recipient is Madeline Rafus. The next scholarship is the Andrew M. Bebo Memorial Scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship. Andrew was the son of our retired music director, Mr. Buddy Bebo, and his wife, Sophia, who tragically drowned in 1998. He is fondly remembered by his family and the BMR music community with this scholarship. This $1,000 scholarship goes to Lauren Bouvier. The Bill Dobeck Memorial Award is for $1,000, and we will ask Bill's sister, Emily, to please come up. Bill was an outstanding student, athlete, musician from BMR's class of 1981, who passed away unexpectedly. Upon graduation, Bill attended the Mass College of Pharmacy. His friends and family kept the spirit alive by organizing the annual Bill Dobeck Memorial Crackham Open Golf Tournament in his memory, proceeds of which are in the form of a $1,000 scholarship awarded to a deserving BMR senior who is loved by his or her friends. This year's recipient is Madison Robitaille. Thank you, Emily. The Comcast Leaders and Achievers Scholarship is a $1,000 scholarship. This is awarded to a student who is a full-time high school senior currently enrolled at a high school within a Comcast community or otherwise approved by Comcast. Has a grade point average of a 2.8 or higher, demonstrates leadership abilities in school activities or through work experiences, has a strong commitment to community service involvement, plans to attend an accredited nonprofit college, university, or vocational technical school in the United States. This year's recipient of Comcast Leaders and Achievers Scholarship is Kyle Gagnon. The Friends of Milford Area Special Athletes. This is a $1,000 scholarship. This scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who meets the following criteria: volunteers in Milford Special Olympic programs, as well as other recreational programs for intellectually challenged children and adults, is dependable and dedicated, consistent in attendance of events, and has demonstrated a true commitment to the Milford Area Special Olympics program. This year's recipient of $1,000 is Julia House. Wait for it, the last scholarship of the night. I will ask Natalie Howard to please come up from Unibank. The Unibank Savings Scholarship recipient is usually chosen on the basis of strong academics. This year's scholarship recipient of $2,000 goes to Sarah Lynn Spear. Thank you for your patience, I appreciate it. Back to Ms. Gentili.
Thank you, Mr. Dudek. Congratulations, recipients. You all are almost there. Tomorrow will be the day. All right. Finally, I welcome Colin Bisbee, class president, to the podium for closing remarks.
Alrighty, thank you all for coming out tonight. Before I say a few things, I would like to call up Treasurer Julia House and Public Relations Brittany Dwyer real quick.
On behalf of the class officers and the entire class of 2017, we would like to thank our advisors, Ms. Follin and Ms. Sacco, for all the hard work that they have done this year. Nothing we have done would be possible without them.
So just a few friendly reminders. Again, thank you all for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Tomorrow, you are all invited to our outdoor graduation ceremonies at 6 p.m. Hopefully the weather stays. As of right now, it looks like outdoor. The seniors will now be exiting. You are all welcome to stay in the auditorium. There will be a senior slideshow. We just have to work out a few technical difficulties, but it should be working. So that's it.